Hi everyone, this is Dylan from Ella's Home and Garden, and I'm glad you're joining us this morning. I'm coming to you from our Longview location, and today is part 2 of our 3-part Mantle series video. So yesterday, if you joined us, I'm glad you did, and thank you for all of your questions. I love interacting with you guys. So today, as we go and do part 2, if you guys have any questions or concerns, please put your name and where you're watching from and put it in the down bar, and Dina's going to relay those messages and questions to me, and I will answer the best that I can. So yesterday, guys, if you joined us, you'll remember we did our mantle garland, our 6-foot mantle garland, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do a 2.5-foot teardrop swag that is going to hang on each side of your mirror above your mantle. So all of these things that we're going to do in these videos are going to correspond to the mantle, the same colors, the same products, the same sprays, the same ornaments, the same poinsettias. So guys, again, if you joined us yesterday, we did part 1 of our 3-part video series, which was our 6-foot mantle garland, and today we are going to do the 2.5-foot teardrop swag. So again, before we get started, guys, this is Dylan from Ella's Home and Garden in Longview, and if you have any questions during this video, no matter what they are, even if they're not about this particular swag, if they're just about Christmas decorating, please put your name and where you're watching from, and any questions or concerns that you may have in the down bar, and Dina will relay those questions to me as we go, and I would love to interact with you guys. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start out with just a blank teardrop swag. And a lot of the times, guys, just like with garland, just like with trees, they come compact. So when you get the swag, it's going to be just flat like this. And just with the garland yesterday, just like with the garland, you want to make sure that you touch each and every piece of the greenery and fluff it the best that you can, because the reason that we do that is because we want to create a great foundation for all of the products and all of the embellishments that we're going to add to the teardrop. So as you can see here, I've taken this 2.5-foot teardrop. This is one of the larger ones because we have a larger area up here at the front, and we're going to touch each and every branch just like I have, and we're going to fluff it so that you have a great foundation to put all of your products onto your teardrop. And guys, again, as we do this video today, if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, please put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and Dina is going to relay those messages to me, and we will do the best we can to answer them. And even if they're not about this particular teardrop, if you watched the video yesterday and you guys wanted to ask me a question and you didn't have a chance, please put your name and comments in the down bar, and I will do the best I can to answer. So guys, after you have your teardrop fluffed out, the first thing we want to do is we want to add our ribbon. If you remember yesterday in our video on part 1 of our mantle series, we did 3 simple steps: ribbon, balls, and floral. So again, today, guys, we're going to start with step 1, which is ribbon. So as you can see, the teardrop starts off large and it tapers all the way down and it gets smaller at the bottom. So we're going to add a bow near the top to fill in that large space. And guys, you can use a bow of your choice with ribbon of your choice. But if Dina will scan over right here for me, this is the teardrop that we're going to make today. And as you can see, we have used the red and the champagne, the same colors that we used yesterday in the mantle garland. We are going to use those same colors, same patterns, and same embellishments to create this beautiful 2.5-foot teardrop swag to hang on each side of our mantle. So guys, in this particular bow that I have made, I used not 1, not 2, but 3 different kinds of ribbons. I used a red glitter ribbon, a 2.5-inch red glitter ribbon, a 2.5-inch champagne glitter ribbon, and then I used a pattern champagne ribbon on the back. So I have layered 3 different ribbons for my bow that I'm going to put on top of the teardrop. And guys, to attach this bow onto the teardrop, you're going to use the pipe cleaner that is on the back of the bow, or if you use wire for your bows, you can use that as well. So we're going to use this, and we're going to tie this bow onto the existing pieces of greenery on the top of the teardrop. You guys, again, if you're just joining us, this is Dylan with Ella's Home and Garden in Longview. This is part 2 of our Mantle series videos. We have the 3rd part tomorrow at 10 a.m. Guys, we're going live from yesterday, today, and tomorrow at 10 a.m. Tomorrow we're going to finish off this this decorating series with a designer Christmas wreath. So guys, as you can see, I have added my bow that I have made with 3 different varieties of ribbon that are all 2.5 inches wide on top of my teardrop. And I just want to make sure, just like I did with the teardrop, that I touch each and every loop on the bow and fluff it so that it is not compact, because you do not want that.
And it comes as the teardrop shape, correct?
Yes, this does come in a teardrop shape, guys, so that what that means is that it comes wider at the top and then it tapers off near the bottom to a smaller shape. So if you're just joining us, guys, I have just fluffed the teardrop out by itself, gave it a great foundation, and now I'm adding step one, which is our ribbon. And I have taken a ribbon, 3 different ribbons, and I have made a bow. So I have stacked the ribbons, and I have tied that bow onto the existing greenery at the top of the teardrop. And as you can see, I made the loops just long enough so where they're at the tip of the greenery, and they fill out the top of that teardrop beautifully, and it really helps make a great statement at the top. And guys, we are going to be adding lots of different components to this, whether it be sprays, whether it be ornaments and ribbons. But if you were to do this for outdoor and you didn't want to add a lot of stuff to it, this is beautiful just like it is with just a bow. And you could add this, guys, to your front door. You could put this on your fence post outside. It makes a great item to spruce up any area in your home or the outside of your home that needs a little bit of Christmas decorating. And guys, don't forget, if you have any questions while we do this video, if you'll put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar. I'd love to hear from you, any questions or concerns, and Dina's going to relay those messages to me as we do this video. And guys, we are on part 2 of our 3-part mantle series, so today is day 2, and we're doing our teardrop swag. So again, guys, yesterday, if you remember on our mantle video, we did 3 simple steps, which were ribbon, balls, and floral. And we are on our ribbon step right now, and we have taken a bow that I have made out of 2.5-inch ribbon. And guys, I want to remind you, all of our Christmas ribbon here at Ellis right now is 50% off, so it's a great time to come in. And a lot of our ribbon comes in 10-yard rolls. And when we get completed with this teardrop, we will have approximately used 10 yards of ribbon. So that's really only 1 roll of ribbon. And with 50% off, that's a great savings. And so you'll actually have ribbon left over that you can use throughout your home on whether it be your tree or your garland or your wreaths. So once we have got the bow complete, we're going to use some more of our ribbon here. And I'm just going to use 2 different kinds. And the 2 kinds that I'm going to use here today, guys, are the same type of ribbon that I used on my mantle garland yesterday. And the reason that is because I all want it to correspond together, because it's going to go in the same spot. These teardrop swags are going to hang on each side of that mirror above the mantle. So again, guys, if you have any questions or concerns, please put your name and where you're watching from. I'd love to know. Thank you all for joining me yesterday. I had a lot of fun. And if you have any suggestions or any requests that you want me to do, any type of videos, please put those in the down bar, and we will do the best we can to get through those this holiday season. Alright, so the next step after we have got the bow placed on our teardrop, guys, is we are going to roll out probably 3 foot of each kind of your ribbon. So we're using 2 different kinds. We're using the red glitter and the champagne glitter. And we're going to roll those out in about a 3-foot section, and we are just going to cut those. Do one at a time. So as you can see, the next step, guys, we have got our bow on our teardrop, and now we're going to take our ribbon. I have cut 2 3-foot, approximately 3-foot sections of ribbon in 2 different colors, in the red 2.5-inch ribbon and the champagne. And I'm going to overlap those. It does not matter which one you put on top, it's just your preference. I like to put 2 because it kind of bulks up the ribbon, and you can kind of spread them apart once you're done and kind of get the best of both worlds because you'll have 2 different colors. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do, guys, is you're going to bunch up the top of your ribbon. And you want this ribbon to look like it flows from the bow all throughout the teardrop. So you're going to find a piece of greenery underneath the bow, and you're going to tie this ribbon in using this existing greenery that is in the teardrop. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to stick it up here underneath the bow, and I'm going to take a piece of that greenery and twist it underneath. And that right there is going to secure your ribbon into the teardrop. And as you can see already, you can see both shades of that ribbon, the red and the champagne. So now, guys, we're going to take this ribbon and we're going to make a loop over on the right side of the teardrop. And you're just going to bend it. This ribbon has got wire in it, so it bends and shapes really easily. And you're going to bunch it up again, probably about halfway through that loop. And halfway down the teardrop, you're going to use that existing greenery again, and you're going to twist off a section. Just like that. And if you remember yesterday, guys, I told you that you have to touch each and every item that you stick in here, whether it be ribbon, whether it be balls, whether it be the greenery, because everything shifts as you add more embellishments to the item that you are decorating. And so as I put this ribbon in here, I have to kind of bend it and pull it to the desired area that I want, the designated area that I want. So I kind of have this on the right side here. And again, guys, if you're just joining us, we just took that piece of ribbon and we used the existing greenery and we tied it in here at the top and we pulled it over on the right hand side and made a loop, and we tied it in the middle here using a piece of this existing greenery. So we are on step 1 of our 3-step process that we followed yesterday, which is ribbon, balls, and floral. So we're on our ribbon step, guys, and we have tied a bow up here at the top, which I used 3 different varieties of ribbon, and now I'm making the ribbon come through the teardrop because you want to continue that look all the way down. And if you're just joining us, please put your questions and your comments down below in the down bar if you have any questions about what we're doing today, or if you missed something yesterday and you didn't get a chance to ask me a question. I would love to interact with you guys and let me know anything that I can help you with.
Joey Rogers, Ruston, Louisiana. How much are the teardrops?
Hi, that's a good question. What was her name?
Joy.
Hi, Joy. How are you? The teardrop, this particular teardrop is $24.99, and they're 50 off right now. So that's what, $12.50 for the teardrop. So it's a great price. And we have different sizes. We're using these larger ones because our mantle is so big, our mantle area is so big, but the one in your home or the area that you want to put a teardrop might not be as big. So we have different sizes from small, medium to large. We even have some flocked ones that are white with snow on them. But this particular one we're using today, I'm glad you asked that question, is $24.99 and 50 off, so it's only $12.50 for the basic teardrop. And then we're going to add all of these embellishments. And if you're just now joining us, guys, this ribbon that we use by the roll, most of it is 10-yard rolls, and that's approximately how much ribbon we're going to use today, and then it's 50% off the roll. So it's a great time to come in and purchase all of these items because it's going to be time to decorate before we know it.
Joy asked again, can we order online?
Hi, Joy, you can. We have a website at ellishomeandgarden.com. There is particular items on there you can order, and ribbon is one of those items, I'm pretty sure. And we also have a Facebook page, so make sure you check us out and like us on Facebook, everybody, at Ellis Home and Garden. We have lots of great tips and ideas and videos that we're posting on our page and pictures of our stores for this holiday season. So we'd love for you to do that. But yes, ellishomeandgarden.com, you can definitely purchase the ribbon and teardrops and stuff like that on our website. So we are on step 1 of our 3-step process that we followed yesterday, ribbon, balls, and floral. We are on step 1, which is ribbon. And we have tied a bow up here at the top, and we have made a loop on the right-hand side. So we're going to take our ribbon again and cut another strip. This one is our second strip, so we're going to do it a little bit shorter, probably about 2 foot. And we're going to cut a strip of each color of ribbon. And guys, if you followed us yesterday, then you will know that we are doing a 3-part video series. It started yesterday with our 6-foot mantle garland. Today we're doing our swag and our teardrop. And then tomorrow we're going to finish off this series with our designer Christmas wreath. And guys, if you followed these tips and you did something wonderful with all of our embellishments and all of this stuff, then post a picture on our Facebook wall of your mantle, because I would love to see what you got from our videos. And guys, if you have any requests of stuff that you would like to see me do here, like any type of videos, whether it be a tree or something like that, put that in the down bar along with your name and where you're watching from, and Dina's going to relay those messages to me. So now we're going to take our second set of ribbon that we have cut. Again, this is like in a 2-foot, 2.5-foot section, and I have overlapped them just like this. And we're going to bunch it up at the top just like we did on this first loop. And we're going to attach it right in the center where this comes together. And you attach it, guys, by using this existing greenery on this swag. So no pipe cleaners, no wire, nothing like that. So we're going to attach it just like that. We're just going to twist it with the greenery because this does have wire in each and every branch, so it does help secure the items that you place in here. And guys, because we did a loop on the right-hand side this last time, this time we're going to go on the left-hand side. And the reason we like to have the ribbon going down the teardrop is because we want to make sure it cascades all the way to the bottom and continue this look from the bow all the way to the bottom. And we're just going to take this down to the left-hand side, bunch it up again, and then use that existing greenery and tie it off. Now I want to remind you guys, everything you put in here, whether it be balls, whether it be ribbon, whether it be stems or picks or sprays, or any floral components, you have to touch each and every piece once you put it in here and maneuver it so that it does stay into place. So as you can see, we have now taken 2 strips of ribbon and we have completed our ribbon process, which is step 1. And so now we have approximately 10 yards of ribbon in this teardrop. And I want to remind you guys, all of our ribbon by the roll here is 50% off right now, so it's a great time to come in because ribbon, it just dresses up everything. I mean, you can stick ribbon on a gift box and dress it up. You can stick it on this teardrop or a wreath, and it makes a great impact into whatever item that you're decorating for the holidays.
I've had several people ask, when are you going to be decorating a tree?
Hi guys, thank you so much for your questions and requests. I am going to try and work on that and get it done for next week. So this week we've had the Mantle series, so next week I'm going to try and get the tree series going. So I will definitely work on that and get back with you. We will post updates on our Facebook page at Ellis Home & Garden, so make sure you stay tuned on there. And guys, sign up for our email updates because we send out email updates all the time with all types of information, and we don't want you to miss that video because that's going to be a big one. I've had a lot of requests, and we'll definitely cover a treetop and how to decorate the tree. So as soon as we find that information out, I will post it on our Facebook page for you guys to follow. So once we've had our ribbon done here, we're going to take our scissors, and we have some excess ribbon here that we have used, which is good because if you cut a strip of ribbon too long, you can always trim it, and it's always better to have it too long than too short, because if it's too short, you can't really add ribbon to it. So I'm going to take my scissors, guys, and I'm just going to cut this ribbon at an angle and just shorten it up a little bit. Just like that. And the bottom one I'm going to leave long because I like it to hang down, and I'm going to take that ribbon, and it's wired, so I'm just going to curl the ends under. Just like that. And a great thing about ribbon, guys, is that it makes items look longer than they actually are. Which is good because sometimes you might have a shorter teardrop or a shorter wreath, and you can take your ribbon and leave your tails longer, and it will help make it look longer and make it look fuller. So again, if you are just joining us, everyone, this is Dylan with Ellis Home & Garden. We are on step 2 of our Mantle Transformation series, guys. It's a 3-part video series. We did part 1 yesterday, which was our mantle, and today is part 2, which is our teardrop swags. And guys, if you have any questions or comments about what we're doing today as far as this teardrop or anything you missed yesterday, please put your name and where you're watching from in your comments below in the down bar, and Dean is going to relay those messages to me, and we will do the best we can to answer those. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to add to our teardrop is poinsettias. Poinsettias are a staple for the holiday season. I love poinsettias. They come nowadays in all different colors and sizes and shapes. But with this look that we're doing, this elegant, rich champagne and red, we are going to add just traditional red poinsettia stems. And guys, these right here, what we're going to use, our poinsettia stems and our picks and sprays right now are 50% off. So all of this is on sale. It's a great time to come in and purchase it because at only $12.50 for this swag, that's nothing. And you can add this ribbon, which I told you, it's 10 yards approximately for the ribbon, and it's 50% off as well. You have a lot of yours?
$295.
Oh my gosh. Thanks everybody for watching today. I'm so excited to be doing these videos. We had our first one yesterday, and I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I'm so glad that I can share these tips and ideas with you, and I hope that you take them and you apply them in your home, and I would love for you to post a picture of what you do on our Facebook page because I would love to see what you get out of these videos. And so again, guys, if you're just joining us, we are doing part 2 of our Mantle series. This is our teardrop swag. And if you have any questions or concerns at all while we're doing this about this teardrop, about anything that relates to Christmas decorating, I'm here to answer your questions. So put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and Dina will relay those messages to me. So once you have your ribbon on your teardrop swag, we're going to add our poinsettias. And guys, you can use any poinsettias of your choice. Typically, the larger the swag, the larger the poinsettias. So this is like a medium-sized swag, 2.5 foot. And so I'm going to use just a basic red small poinsettia stem. One of the big questions that I get asked, guys, is how long to leave the stem, because sometimes poinsettia stems are long. They're like, 18, 20 inches long, and you can't very well insert that in here into this teardrop or a wreath sometimes because it is so long. So you want to make sure you trim the stem, and that way you can insert this into your teardrop. And we're going to be adding 3 of these into the teardrop. I usually like to do odd numbers of everything, whether it be ornaments or balls, whether it be flowers or poinsettias, or whether it be stems. And I'm going to do 3 poinsettias today, and I'm going to put those in the points in here where we tied that second set of ribbon. So as you can see, we started it here, so that's going to be our first poinsettia, our second poinsettia, and our third poinsettia. So to trim your poinsettia stem, guys, you're just going to need some wire cutters that you can purchase here at Ellis or at any hardware store. And you're going to trim this stem, and you're going to leave probably like a 2.5 or 3 inch stem on the poinsettia. Now, if this is something that you want to be permanent in your home and you want to store it from year to year, then I would definitely recommend hot gluing, which is what we're going to do today. But if not, you can actually take this stem and you can tie it into here with the existing greenery, but it's much easier to use a hot glue gun, a high temp hot glue gun. I find that the high temp, it actually sticks better. So, I have my glue gun here, and I'm just going to add some glue to the stem. Alright guys, and I'm going to just take this and I'm going to insert it into the swag. And I'm going to insert it right here kind of at a right angle on the top right hand corner. And like I said, guys, you have to make sure you shuffle things around as you add embellishments, because things are going to change as far as shape and size when you add things to your arrangement or to your teardrop or to your mantelpiece. So don't be afraid to really get in there and just move things around, because a lot of people get discouraged because they add an item and it just totally throws them off. But as you begin adding more embellishments and follow this process and these steps that we're giving you guys today, it will begin to take shape and you'll find some relief.
Gloria Tebow from Addison is asking about putting balls on there because she thought you did balls before floral.
Hi Gloria, you do, we do that, but the poinsettias on the teardrop, we do add the poinsettias first and then we're going to go back to our balls. So that's a good question. We do usually do ribbon balls and floral, and the next step we're going to do is balls before we add any other floral components. But on the teardrop, I like to add the poinsettias in the center just to give it kind of a foundation before we start adding everything else. So again, guys, we are here at Ellis, and I thank you for joining us. We're on part 2 of our video series, which is our teardrop swag, and we're inserting right now our poinsettia stems into the teardrop. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the down bar, and I will be glad to answer. Put your name and where you're watching from. So again, guys, we're going to take this basic poinsettia with the longer stem, and we're going to trim it just about right there. So 2.5, 3 inches is what we're going to leave on there. We're going to get our glue gun again and add some glue. And this next one we're going to add right here in the center where you have all of this ribbon tied together to kind of hide that. And as you can see, everyone, it's starting to take shape already. I mean, all we've added so far is our ribbon and a couple poinsettias, and you can already see how it's starting to transform this blank swag that's only $12.50 right now into something gorgeous.
Ava Poole, does the glue hold items while stored in Texas heat?
That is a good question, Ava. It just depends on what kind of glue that you use. I recommend using a high temp glue gun because I have found that if you don't, once you put it in the attic, that the heat from the attic or the storage facility that you're using, it typically melts the glue and then stuff will fall off. But if you use a high temp glue gun and you do store it in the attic like I would do, it does stay on. But just make sure you really cake that glue on and use a lot, enough to really anchor it and secure it into the item that you're decorating. So guys, we're going to add our third and final poinsettia. We're going to trim this one a little bit shorter. because we're getting near the bottom. And as I told you before, this starts off larger and it tapers off and gets small, so we're going to have to cut this a little bit smaller. We're going to add this right here at the bottom, guys, where we had our ribbon tied off again. And we're just going to put our glue on it and then stick it in there. And again, make sure you go back after you insert the poinsettia and touch each and every leaf and bend it and fluff it and shape it to the shape that you want. Alright, so now we're going to add step 2, which is our balls. So we have done our ribbon, and now we're going to do our balls. The reason, guys, that I do the poinsettias differently on the teardrop is because I want to put those in as a staple piece on the teardrop. And I just add those 3 poinsettias into the areas where I attach the ribbon, and then now we're going to add our balls. And if you're just joining us, guys, we are doing step 2, part 2 of our Mantle series. So if Dina will scan over here and show you, this is going to be our final product today, and this is all going to correspond and match with what we did yesterday on our mantle.
Veronica Lopez is asking about how much would one of these cost to make.
Hi Veronica, I'm glad you're joining us again today. This particular one, after we get done, you know, I do have to charge labor here in the store because I do make it probably around $150 to $200. It just depends. I haven't really priced it out yet, but you can definitely do this for much more inexpensive at your home because you're not having to be charged labor because you're doing it yourself. So with these steps that I'm teaching you guys how to do, you should be able to do it in no time. So now, guys, we're going to move on to step 2, which is our balls. So we've done ribbon, balls, and floral, and we're going to use 4 different balls today. So we're going to use champagne and red balls, and as you can see, I have 2 different varieties. I have these that are embellished with beading on them, these champagne ones, and then I have these red glitter balls, and as you can see, they're 2 different sizes. And if you watched our video from yesterday, you'll remember that I used 3 different sizes, and I always make a point to use different size balls or ornaments because it just makes a bigger impact into the item that you are decorating. So I'm going to start with one of our larger ornaments, and it's a champagne ball. Guys, if you have any questions or concerns about what we're doing, please put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar. I'm so glad you're joining us today on part 2 of our Mantle series video. We are doing our teardrop swags, and now we're on step 2, which is our balls. And guys, these come with a existing string, and I don't like to use that because these are heavier balls, so I like to hot glue them. So I'm just going to take my wire cutters and snip off that string. And also, here's another tip for everybody, designer tip. Typically, you would hang this on your Christmas tree just like this. And if you look at this ball carefully, on the bottom of it, it does not have all that beautiful embellishments with the beading and the glitter and stuff like that. So as we put this into our teardrop, we're going to make sure we glue the side that's kind of plain, and because we want to make sure this is seen. So if you were to hang it on your tree, of course, you would see all of this stuff here that they have on top of it, but we're not going to do that on a tree. We're going to put it in here. So as you can see, if we put it with the hanger the right way, you would just see the bottom of it. So we're going to put it actually upside down, and that way you can see all of those crystal embellishments and beading on top of the ornament. So guys, this is where your hot glue is going to come into come in handy, because you're going to want to cake that hot glue on here as much as you can so that we can anchor and secure this into the teardrop the best that we can.
Jackie Hodges, how much are the balls?
Hi Jackie. Thank you for joining us today. This particular ball is $12.99, and our ornaments are they're 50% off right now. So this is a great time to come and get these. So we're going to get our hot glue gun. Let me add another glue stick. And guys, again, we're using a high temp glue gun. And we are just going to cake glue on the bottom of here. And if you're just joining us, we are at Ellis Home and Garden at our Longview location. Guys, this is part 2 of our teardrop swag demo video. We're doing a 3-part Mantle series video, and today is day 2. So thank you for joining us. If you guys have any questions or concerns while we do this video, even if it's not about this teardrop, please put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and Dina's going to relay those questions to me.
Shay Franklin, is this at all of your stores?
It's what at all of our stores?
Is this...
All of our products. Hey, Shay. All of our products are at all of our stores. We do carry all of these Christmas stuff. We have 5 locations. We have one in Beaumont, and we have one in Longview here. We have one in Bossier, in Marshall, and in Texarkana, and they all are decorated for Christmas, and so we do have all that. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't quite understanding, but it took me a minute. So guys, we are taking that ornament and that ball that we just put the glue on, and we are inserting it into the teardrop just like this. And you want to make sure you hold pressure onto it so it really, that glue really sticks and takes a hold of the teardrop and it doesn't fall out. Because if you don't anchor it, you will walk away and that ornament will fall out on the floor, and then that will just, it will upset you. So you want to make sure that you definitely hold this in here for a minute and let it anchor.
Sandra Richards, are they styrofoam?
Hi Sandra, yes they are, and I'm so glad you brought that up. I cannot stand glass ornaments because I'll break every single one of them. So yes, this is a styrofoam ornament. Both of these are, and so that's what I like to use the most. And plus that glass stuff, if you put hot glue on it, it's probably going to break because of the heat. So I use styrofoam everything. And nowadays they have so much glitter on them and so many embellishments that it looks like, you know, a glass ornament.
Holly Flint, how long are the sale prices?
Hi Holly. Typically our sales run from Thursday to Thursday, I believe. So they will be there. But our Christmas decor sale, which is mainly all of our decor here, is 50% off. That's kind of a permanent thing. So you can definitely take advantage of that from day to day. And guys, if you don't live around our store, we'd love for you to check us out online at ellishomeandgarden.com, because we do offer some of our Christmas products online and that will ship to your home.
Gloria Cuevas, what kind of decoration is this? How is it displayed?
Hi Gloria, this is a teardrop swag. So I'm going to have Dina scan over here and show you the final product. So this is a teardrop swag. You can display these in different kinds of ways. You can hang them on your front door instead of or in place of a wreath. You can hang them like we're doing today. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys. We're going to hang them on each side of a mantle, on each side of a mirror, or you can hang these on each side of your front door. I mean, you can do a lot with the teardrop swag, or you can even put it on a stand like this. So guys, after you get that ball in there and you get it secured, and you can let go, and that hot glue should take effect and hold it. And sometimes it does fall out. It happens to me. You just have to put a little bit more glue on there and just hold it on there until it really does stick. So now we're going to take our next size ornament, and this is a 5-inch diameter sequin hanging ball, and it's in a red color. And this one's $5.99 and 50% off, so $3 for this. And we're using 4 here today. We're using 4 here, and so this is a great price at $3. We're going to use 2 of the champagne and 2 of the red. So what we're doing is we're working our way down the teardrop. So we put our largest one up here in the left-hand corner, and we're going to put this one over here to the right, because as you saw yesterday in the mantle video, if you watch, guys, and if you didn't, I was going to tell you guys, if you didn't get a chance to watch our mantle video, it's posted on our Facebook page at Ellis Home and Garden. So be sure to check that out, because you can rewind and fast forward as many times as you want. Get a glass of wine and sit down, and you can really study that, and it will help you using those tips to decorate your own mantle at home. And again, guys, add us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, sign up for our email updates, and then post pictures of your stuff, because I would love to see your final product. So one of the reasons I like to use different size balls is because I like to see the variance in colors and shapes and sizes. And I want to put this one next to the one we have used here, because I want you to be able to see the difference from the large to the smaller size. And again, guys, to attach this, we're just going to use our high temp glue gun that you can purchase at any craft store, or here at Ellis we do carry them. And we're just going to layer the glue on there, because the more glue, the more it's going to hold its shape in place. So again, if you're just joining us, guys, please put your name and where you're watching from, and any questions or comments that you have in the down bar. I will do the best I can to answer those. Even if it's not about this teardrop, if it's just about Christmas decorating, I love to answer any questions that you may have or any requests. So we're just going to take this one and we're going to place it right next to that, kind of at a downward angle. And guys, the bigger the ball, the bigger the ornament, the more glue you're going to need to put on there to secure it because it's going to be heavier. So as you can see already, guys, this teardrop is already beginning to take shape. And as I'm holding this in place to let the glue dry, I want to remind you, we started off with a blank teardrop, guys. It is on sale right now for $12.50, and we have embellished it already with ribbon. We have added a bow of our choice on top of the teardrop, and then we have added the ribbon that we have used in the bow down the teardrop in 2 different sections. We've added 3 different red velvet poinsettia stems, and now we're adding our balls.
Unless they've moved them all.
Alright, so as you can see, guys, we have got 2 different size ornaments in our teardrop. So if you're just joining us, we are on part 2 of our Mantle series videos, of our 3 videos that we're going to do. We're on part 2, and this is going to be our teardrop swag, and we are adding our balls or our ornaments. And guys, these are all styrofoam, and we are attaching them with hot glue. So now we're going to take another one of our champagne ones.
Susan Childers, what kind of base do you use to hold it while you're working on it?
Hi Susan, that is a good question. This is just a piece of plywood. Actually, I'll take it off and show you real quick. So it's just a piece of plywood that we have nailed together, and we have different nails or screws in it, and we did those at different heights because of depending on what type of wreath or swag you have. You might need it at different heights. And this is just on a piece of a board, as you can see here. This is great because you're not having to bend over and stand up straight the whole time you're working. It really helps hold the item you're working on in place. That'd be a good project for your husband to make you for Christmas or something. For all your crafts.
Debbie White, can all these supplies be bought online?
Hi Debbie. I'm not sure about all of them, but we do carry a lot of our supplies online, especially ribbon, and I think we do have ornaments on there and stuff like that. So definitely check us out online at ellishomeandgarden.com. So again, we're adding step 2, which is our balls, and we are just adding those with hot glue. And thanks so much for joining me, guys, today. I had a lot of fun yesterday on our first ever video of our 3-part video series. I've had lots and lots of requests for a Christmas tree, so I'm keeping that in mind, and I'm going to see what I can do to get that on the books, hopefully for next week, because I definitely want to give you guys all the tips and stuff I can before you get ready to decorate your home this year.
Jennifer Bridgewater from Fort Worth.
Hey, Jennifer.
Do you need to spray the wreaths or garlands that are outside to protect it from the weather?
Yes, you do. You want to spray it with some Scotch Guard because that will help repel the rain and the fading from happening. Alright guys, so we're going to take our next ornament and we're going to add it right here, kind of on the right hand side, because we added this one on the left. And we're just going to hold pressure on that because we want to make sure that we secure it into the foundation, which is our teardrop. And again, guys, I'm going to remind you, we started off with a teardrop that was a plain green teardrop, and it's on sale right now for $12.50. So it's 50% off of $24.99, which makes it $12.50. That's a great price. Everyone, be sure to sign up for our email updates if you haven't already, because we post lots of updates on there, send out coupons sometimes, and send out sneak peek ads of sneak peek sales that we're going to have. And while I'm holding this, I want to remind everybody, in all 5 of our locations this Saturday, November 11th, we're having our holiday open house. So it's at all 5 of our locations, so come out and join us. We're going to have great sales. We're going to have giveaways every hour, I believe. We're going to have the radio stations here, and they'll be giving out stuff as always. So bring your family, guys, and come out. And Santa will be here at our Longview location on Saturday from 1 to 4. So bring your family out and your friends and even your animals and come take pictures with Santa and enjoy the snacks that we're going to have. We'll have cookies up here and some punch and stuff like that. So again, that's Saturday at all 5 of our locations. It's our Christmas open house.
Debbie White, the teardrop is not online, but can it be added online?
Hi Debbie, I am not sure about the online stuff because I'm not real familiar with that, but I will definitely find out and we will let you know what we can do to get you one.
Okay.
Alright guys, so now we're going to add our last and final ornament, which is just going to be our smaller 5-inch red ball, and right now they're on sale for $3. And we're just adding these by using hot glue. And everyone, this is our second video of our 3-part Mantle series videos. We did our first video yesterday, which was a great turnout. It was my first video like that, and I really enjoyed it. I love hearing feedback from you guys. So any questions, please put your name and where you're watching from around the world, and I will do the best I can to answer your questions, even if it's not about this teardrop, if it's about Christmas decorating in general.
Oh, see, I did. Could you imagine, like, living in Dallas?
So we're going to take our final ornament, and we're going to add it right over here on the left-hand side. So as you can see on the teardrop, we have made a pattern with the ornaments. And we have put 2 different sizes, as you can see, and 2 different finishes. One has beading on it, and one is just a glitter. So if you're just joining us, what we have done so far is we have taken a plain green teardrop, guys, and it is on sale right now for $12.50. It's a 2.5-inch teardrop, I believe. It's a larger one because we have a larger space, and we have added a bow at the top of our teardrop, and we have added the ribbon all the way down the teardrop, tying that ribbon in with the existing greenery from our teardrop. And we have added 3 velvet red poinsettias, and now we have added our balls. We've attached the balls and the ornaments with hot glue, and I'm holding pressure to make sure that they stick and hold and are secured to the foundation before I let go, because now we're going to start our 3rd and final step in just a moment, which is floral.
Patricia Fuller, the Saturday functions will be at all the stores?
Yes, ma'am, they will be. They'll be here this Saturday, November 11th, is our Christmas open house at 5 locations. We're going to have the radio stations out. We'll have snacks and punch. And at our Longview location only, though, we will have Santa from 1 to 4. So if you live near Longview, please bring your family and friends out, and even your animals, and come see us and take pictures, because all the stores are decorated for Christmas. We have lots of displays that you can do your Christmas cards in. So we'd love for you to come in and see us, and we'll definitely be here to help you find anything you've seen on these videos, or help create anything. And also, guys, at our Bossier and our Longview locations, we do offer interior design. So if you come in and you see a tree that you like or some type of design, and you just don't have the time, or you're not going to be home, and you'd like one of us to come into your home, you can contact me in Longview, Dylan in Longview, or you can contact Debbie in Bossier, and we will come and give you a consult for your home and see what we can do to add some Christmas cheer into your house.
Christy Hahn, can you add lights to this?
Yes, that is a good question. I was actually going to say that, but I totally forgot. Yes. If you're not going to hang this on your door, if it's going to be like on a permanent spot, like on a wall, you can definitely add lights with a cord. But if you are going to put it on the door or something like that, you can add battery-operated lights. And what you would do is just when it is blank, just take those lights and just weave them into the greenery before you add everything else. That's going to be your first step. And then after you complete that step, you will just follow with everything else that we have done. So just a quick review, everybody. We have done, we have taken a plain green teardrop, and it is on sale right now for $12.50 by itself. And we have taken approximately 10 yards of ribbon. We have started with a bow of our choice and added it at the top of our teardrop. And then we have taken 2 of the ribbons that are in the bow, corresponding ribbons, and we have added those throughout the teardrop all the way to the bottom. And then we've added 3 red velvet poinsettias, and we have added some ornaments of our choice, or balls, 2 different sizes with different finishes. So guys, if you have any questions about where we are right now or anything that you have missed, if you're just joining us, this is Dylan. from Ellis and Longview. So put your name, where you're watching from, and comments or concerns in the down bar, and Dina will relay those to me as we do this video. All right,
Tanya
everybody.
Jones, do we carry battery-operated lights with remotes?
We do carry battery-operated lights, but they don't have remotes. But the ones we do have, I think they are $19.99 and 25% off, and they are called deco lights, and they actually twinkle, and they have different types of functions, like 8 functions. So you can put them on here and have them steady, flashing, fading, twinkling, all kinds of stuff. And I use them in a lot of my tablescapes because I'll put a garland on the table, and I will actually take those twinkle lights and put them in there because they're on a timer. So you won't really need a remote. You can actually, they're on a timer, so they'll come on like every 4 hours and be off for 12 hours. So that's a great thing to put on this teardrop if you were to have it on your front door or something like that. Alright guys, so the next and final step, the third and final step we're going to do is floral. And if you watched yesterday, you'll remember that we used stems and picks that are typically longer, and we have to fluff out each and every piece of the stem. And the reason we do this is because you want to get the most out of the stem and pick that you're using. So again, everybody, we are starting our third and final step for this teardrop, which is floral components. And right now I'm going to start with our red berry spray. And as you can see, it's a larger spray. And this is not that big of an item, so we can't stick this whole spray in there. So we're actually going to take our wire cutters. Again, you can pick these up at Ellis or any hardware store. And we're going to cut this in 3 different sections. And that way you'll get 3 picks out of this one. And this one particular stem is $9.99 and they're 50 off, so $5 just for this. All of this for $5. And you actually get 3 stems out of 1 if you're using this to create a holiday teardrop. And I want to remind everybody of something that I enforced yesterday. Make sure you remove all of your tags, whether it be on your garland or whether it be on your extension cords or your picks and sprays, because that is so tacky. You don't want tags hanging out of anything. When I go to my house and I see a tag, whether it be on a lamp cord or whatever, I have to find the scissors and cut it off. We're going to take our wire cutters, everybody, and we're going to cut our spray. So after you've cut your spray and made it smaller in a smaller section, we're going to use our hot glue again to attach this. We're just going to add some hot glue. And then we're going to add this red berry spray into the teardrop. I'm going to start up here near the top behind the bow. Just like that. And again, guys, as you add these embellishments, you will need to shuffle things around to make everything layer and fit. So don't get discouraged as you add things, because you do have to move things around and shuffle them. So again, this is our second half of that spray that we'll use, and I'm going to cut it in half again.
Debbie White, can you call the store and order?
For product, you can call the store definitely and order like a custom arrangement and pick it up at one of our locations, but we do not ship, unfortunately. So, but I will definitely, I think Debbie's the one who asked about the teardrop. I will definitely find out about the teardrop and see if we can get that added online, or if some way we can get that to you, Debbie. So if you will, send us a message on our Facebook page, a private message with your name and phone number, Debbie, and I will find that information out for you myself, and I will get back with you. Okay guys, so we're going to continue adding these red berries with a little hot glue. We're going to add them, right now I'm starting around the bow. So we're going to work our way down the teardrop. If you have any questions while we're doing this about this Christmas teardrop that we're doing, or anything Christmas related, put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and any questions that you have or requests or any type of videos you'd like to see Ellis do, and I will do the best I can to answer those questions. We're on our second video of our 3-part video series. So don't forget, tomorrow at 10 a.m. we are doing our third and final video, which we're going to finish off the mantle area with our designer Christmas wreath. And it's all going to be in this red and champagne color, really rich colors, and we're going to show you the final product all done. And today we're doing our teardrop swag. And so yesterday, if you missed the video, guys, we did a 6-foot designer mantle garland. It was awesome. I had a great time. We interacted with a lot of you guys. So if you missed that video, it's posted on our Facebook page, so you can go on there and rewind it and fast forward it and check all that out and use all those tips to bring into your home this year. So again, we're just going to keep adding our sprays into our teardrop. You want to make sure that you fluff out each pick just as you would the greenery on here, because it does come compact, and look how much better that looks. We're going to use our wire cutters and cut those. So guys, we are on our third and final step for this teardrop, which is floral components. And I'm just taking these sprays, putting a little hot glue, and I'm adding them throughout the teardrop. And guys, a designer tip is also, if you're working like I am up close to something and you think it looks good, always step back from time to time and just kind of get a look from out there and away from the item, because then you get a different view and you can kind of see a better look at what you need to add and what you need to do different.
Diana Martin, how many berry picks do you use per swag?
Hi Diana, I think today we're going to use 5 berry picks. So they're $5 each, so that's only 25 bucks. And someone was asking me earlier how much this would probably be when I'm done, and I did say I did have to add labor because, you know, I am doing it here. But you could do this at your home with these steps, and with these sale prices, I mean, it'd be awesome. So again, guys, I started up here at the top with our red berry picks, and I'm making my way down the swag. Now I'm going to have Dina scan over one more time and show you what we're working towards, our final product. So this is going to be our final product today, which is our 2.5-foot swag, which if you watched from the beginning of this video, we had a basic, simple swag. It looked like a piece of garland for only $12.50, and we're transforming that with these items that you can purchase here at Ellis that are all on sale right now. We are transforming it into what you just saw.
Emily, is there such a thing as to add too much to an arrangement?
Hi, Emily. Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask me, no. But it just depends. I mean, yes, you can add too much. You kind of have to know when to stop. But the more layers that you add, the more the fuller it's going to look, and the bigger impact you're going to make on the person that's going to see that arrangement. So you can add too much, but with the proper steps that I'm showing you, you aren't going to do it too much. It's all about the placement of the items. So thank you guys so much again for watching today. I'm glad you're joining me. Again, we are on our second video. We're adding our third and final step, which is floral. If you missed our video yesterday, it was our first video in our 3-part series, which was our mantle garland, 6-foot mantle garland. If you guys missed that and didn't get a chance to see it, it is posted on our Facebook page at Ellis Home and Garden. So make sure you see that, guys, and share it even. If you'll share it for me with all your friends, that way everybody can get a good look at what we did yesterday on our mantle, and they can use those tips in their own home as well. And I want to remind everybody, this coming Saturday, November 11th, is our holiday open house at all 5 of our locations. And again, I want to remind everybody, we have 5 locations. We have one here in Longview, we have one in Bossier, we have one in Texarkana, in Beaumont, and in Marshall, Texas. And guys, if you want more information about those locations, to see if one is closer to you, visit us online at ellishomeandgarden.com, because all of that information is on our website. And make sure you sign up for our email updates because I've had lots of requests about doing different type of videos, whether it be a tree or a tablescape or something like that. So to keep up on all of that information, make sure you follow us on Facebook and check your email and sign up for those email updates because I'm going to have them put that on there so it's easier for you guys to find.
Colleen Velasquez, what about adding fresh sprigs of evergreen?
Hi Colleen, that would be good. The only thing with that is that you can't hot glue that because it will kill it. So you would have to just basically tie those into the greenery, which is totally doable. So you would take the evergreen after you're done. I would do that on the final step. I would take the evergreen and I would use this existing greenery and I would tie it into there. So guys, as I'm adding these floral sprays, I want to remind you, whatever you start with at the top, you need to carry all the way to the bottom. And that goes with everything. That starts with your ribbon. We carried it all the way to the bottom. We started with our ornaments. We carried those all the way to the bottom. Our poinsettias. And now we're doing our picks and sprays. So everybody, if you're just joining us, we are doing our second video in our 3-part Mantle series of videos. I'm here at Ellis. And I want you to put your name and where you're watching from and any questions that you have about what we're doing today. I love feedback and I love requests. So any of that stuff, put it in the down bar along with your name and where you're watching from. And I'll be sure to get to those. Somebody's not happy. That kid. Again, we have taken a stem and we're cutting it in sections because we need it to be shorter. And we're adding this to our teardrop. And we're just adding hot glue on it, a high temp glue gun, and we're adding that to our teardrop. Guys, again, don't get discouraged because you do have to shuffle things around as we decorate because things start to move and things start to go in different areas, and so you have to make sure you touch each and every item, whether it be the ribbon or the floral components, to make sure it goes into place. And everybody, we do offer interior design in our Longview and our Bossier locations. So if you would like one of us to come into your home and do your holiday Christmas tree this year, come in and see me in Longview or see Debbie in Bossier, and we will do a consultation with you guys and see what we can get on the books and transform your home into for the holiday season. And guys, I want to remind you, all of our locations have amazing designers that can transform anything into any look, any space in your home. So you can definitely come up here and they can work with any budget, any color scheme, any item. And those designers are at all 5 of our locations. And all of that information about those locations, again, is on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com. Alright everybody, so now we have added all of our red berry stems. And someone asked me earlier how many I used. I ended up using 4 total. So that's $20 I have used so far in red berry stems. And I have just started, guys, with a basic green teardrop for $12.50. And I have added all of these items to it using hot glue, and I've tied some in with the existing branches. No wire, no pipe cleaners.
Demisha Russell, how do you recommend storing this?
Hi Demisha. What I would do is I would take this just like this and I would put it inside of a black, big, hefty trash bag, and then I would hang this inside of your storage facility or storage unit or your attic, or even in the closet. And the trash bag, all that does is just helps keep the dust off, and if it's outside and you have like some flies or something, it helps keep all of that off. So I would just take a trash bag, put the trash bag over it, and I would hang it up on the wall. So now guys, we're going to start our second layer. And I have a trick I want to show you guys today. Yesterday we used, I'm going to have Dina scan over here for me. We used picks that were in these champagne berries yesterday in the mantelpiece. But today I have something else I'm going to use and I'm going to show you. So we actually have these pre-made garlands. And this one right here is $49.99 and it's 50 off, so it's only 25 bucks. And how these garlands are made, and they come in all different patterns. They come in these champagne berries, they come in naturals, they come in cotton, they come in green, and they actually, if you turn it around, they're basically individual picks. So you can buy a garland and you can cut it. And that's a lot of the times what we do as designers. We cut these individual picks off and we use those in our teardrop because you get more bang for your buck out of this garland than you would by an individual picks. And again, this garland in particular is $50 and it is 50% off, so only $25, and you get 5 individual picks basically on this one garland. And we're just going to take this apart using our wire cutters. So guys, if you'll see, I've just kind of separated it. You can see where the different picks start. And I'm going to take my wire cutters and snip this off. And then now we have one individual pick. So if you see yesterday, I used a pick just like this, but I actually cut this off of the garland. And I'm going to cut this again in half. So I'm actually going to get 2 picks out of one. Use the table. So I now have 2 picks out of one. And this looks pretty, guys, but make sure, just like everything, you touch each and every branch and every leaf and you fluff it out because you want to get the most you can out of this one little branch. We're going to add our hot glue. And again, for people asking, I use a high temp glue gun because I find that the glue sticks better and it helps secure your items better. And I'm going to start adding this second layer of berries. And look, I've just added that one spray, and just look how much of a difference it makes up next to that red ribbon. So again, we're on our third and final step for our teardrop. And this is the floral step. And I am just adding our second layer of sprays. I actually used a garland this time. And again, guys, if you're just joining us, I used a pre-made garland, and I'm taking my wire cutters and I am cutting it apart and using it just like that. If you have any questions about what we've done so far, please put your name and where you're watching from and any comments or concerns in the down bar, and I'm going to have Dina relay those questions to me, and we will do the best we can to get those answered. So again, I've just added some hot glue onto my stem, and I'm just adding those into the swag. And a tip I want to share with you guys really quick is on this teardrop, if you'll notice at the beginning of the video, when we get done, we're going to post this video on our Facebook wall so you can rewind and fast forward and look at it as many times as you want, and share this video, guys. This teardrop starts off larger and it tapers off and it gets smaller. So as you add your floral components, you want to make sure that you put them in at the same length of the branches. So if it is larger up here, you want your stems and picks and floral components to come out a little bit longer. And then as you go down, you want to stick those into the item or into the greenery a little bit more so that they taper off just like the teardrop did. Because you don't want all of your sprays coming out at the same length, because then you'll lose your shape and it'll be pointless for you to have a teardrop. So again, I'm just using my hot glue and I'm adding my second layer of sprays in. And to remind you guys again, you have to shuffle things around as we go. If you have any questions for me, please put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar, and any requests. Guys, I've had a lot of requests for a tree video, so I'm going to do my best to get that on the books for next week. So please watch our Facebook page for updates. Share these videos with your friends so that we can get more views and more likes, and hopefully we can do more videos for you to give you guys all the tips that you need to create these looks inside of your home.
Carmen Ocasio from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Just wanting to know where she could buy this, if it be online.
Hi, Carmen. We don't carry these already done online, but we do carry some components. So whether it be ribbon or ornaments or stuff like that, you can check us out on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com, and we do carry a selection of those items there.
DeWanda Lee, Danville, Virginia. Is it best to use less ribbon?
Hi, DeWanda. Thank you so much for your question, and thank you for joining us. Ribbon, you can use as much as you want. It just depends on the look you're trying to go for and the impact that you're trying to make. On this particular item, I used a big bow at the top, so a big impact, and then I just used a little bit of ribbon to carry that ribbon down into the swag. So it really just all depends on what kind of look you're trying to achieve. So as I'm adding these picks, I'm going to have Dina one more time scan over to the finished product to show you what we are working towards. And guys, that, to remind you, that started off the same way that this did. And we have taken this teardrop from start to finish, and we are working towards that look right there that she's showing you guys. And that is the same teardrop that we have here. So we're on our second layer of our floral components. This is our final step that we do in the decorating process. If anybody has any questions about this or anything decorating, guys, as far as the holidays, please put your name, where you're watching from, and in the down bar, and I'm going to have Dina relay those messages to me, and we can do the best we can to answer those for you. And guys, we did start at the top and we're working our way down, so we want to make sure we do add this stuff all the way through. And as you can see, as I add the sprays, I do have to shuffle things around and make it all fit. Alright guys, I'm going to have Dina give you a close-up of what we have done so far. We have added our red berry stems, guys. We have added ribbon to this. We have added balls in 2 different sizes and in 2 different finishes. And now we are going to add our third and final stem and spray into this teardrop, and then we will have a finished product. So we are almost there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm glad you're joining us, so stay with us. We're almost done. So again, we have added our red berry stem, we've added the champagne garland that I showed you guys how to cut up, and now we're going to add our third and final stem, which are some leaves. And if you watched our video yesterday, guys, which is our first video in our 3-part mantle series, you will notice that a lot of these components that I'm using in here are the same components that I used in the garland.
Lisa Bledsoe from Oregon. What new colors are you seeing for holiday decor?
What was her name?
Lisa.
Hi Lisa, thank you so much for your question. That's a good question. One of the most popular colors this year is champagne. I like to call it mixed metals because it's got the silver in there, it's got the gold, and it's got the champagne, which is the silver and gold, which is what I'm using here. So that is a really popular color. And then of course farmhouse. I mean, farmhouse has just taken off since they have it on HGTV and all of those shows. And so we have a lot of farmhouse decor, even non-holiday. And then for the holidays we have lots of farmhouse stuff, which is berries and flock picks and snow and owls and birds and greenery and a lot of just natural stuff. So that's really, really popular. And this year something new that we have is like pastels. We have a pastel pink and champagne look. That's really popular as well. So it's like Victorian almost. So those three looks right there are really popular this year. And the champagne is always going to be my favorite because it's real flashy and gaudy, and I love that stuff. So it's real showy. So here we have our third and final stem we're going to add into this teardrop before we're done. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it in half. And so we have 2 picks out of 1. And we're going to add this into our teardrop. And again, guys, we're just going to add it using our hot glue. If you have any questions while we're doing this, put your name and where you're watching from in the down bar. I love getting feedback from you guys and hearing from you. We've had great questions yesterday and today. It helps that you guys ask me questions because I want to tell you some stuff and I just forget. This that we're adding here is our third and final stem, and it is our red glitter leaves. And this particular stem is $6.99, and they are 50% off all of our picks and stems. So almost everything as far as our holiday decor is on sale right now, so it's a great time to come in and purchase all of that stuff. I can't believe it's already close to the middle of November, so it will be definitely time to decorate before we know it. And at our Longview and our Bossier locations, everyone, we do offer interior design services. So we do have designers here. Me in Longview, Dylan in Longview, or Debbie in Bossier. We will come out and we will decorate your home for you. So come in and see us if you'd like to. If you're interested in that, we will definitely give you a consult. We're adding our third and final layer of picks and stems, which is floral. Again, floral is our final component in the ribbon balls and floral, a 3-step process. And we're working our way from the top down to the bottom, just like we have with all the other components that we've added. And I want to remind you guys, we are on our 3-part video series. Yesterday was our first video, which was our Mantle garland. So guys, if you missed that video, it is posted on our Facebook page. So if you'll like it and share it. And then today is our second video. We're doing the teardrop swags that we're going to hang on each side of the mantle. And then tomorrow we're going to finish this whole video series off this week with a designer Christmas wreath that's all going to match in this beautiful champagne and red colors. And I want to go over one more thing with you before I forget, everybody, is that these teardrops are going to go on each side of a mirror, so they're going to be beside each other. So when you do teardrops that are going to be together or beside each other, or even matching wreaths, make sure that when you decorate, you do them beside each other, as I have here. I'll have Dina kind of back up and show you how I have them both sitting beside each other, because you want to make sure that they match and correspond with each other the best that they can. So it's always better to do them beside each other, and most of the time I do them together. So I'll do whatever I do to one, I'll do to the other.
Eileen Leach from Houston, does hot glue hold up outside?
Hi Eileen, it does hold up outside, and I've even found that it holds up in the rain, because I've hot glued C9 Christmas lights before to the brick in the weather, and it's held it all season long. So I love hot glue for everything. And I use the high temp glue gun because it does seem to secure my items into the project that I'm working on better. So we're almost done, guys. So if you do have any questions, any final questions about this teardrop or about the mantle we did yesterday, or anything Christmas related that as far as decorating, please put your name, where you're watching from, in the down bar. I'm going to have Dina relay those messages to me before we sign off today, because I'd love to get with you. I love your feedback.
It is Bossier, Louisiana, correct?
For what? Yes, uh-huh. Alright, so we're adding our last stem in here. And then I'm going to take you guys up to the mantle display that we did yesterday, and I'm going to show you what they look like now that we've completed them on each side of the mantle. Alright, I'm going to have Dina scan up on those and show you guys those teardrops that we have made. And guys, if you're just joining us, this is Dylan with Ellis Home and Garden, and we are on our second part of our 3-part video series. Yesterday we did the mantle, the 6-foot mantle garland. Today we have created these beautiful 2.5 foot long teardrop swags. They're going to hang on each side of our mirror up front. And tomorrow we're going to finish off this series with our designer Christmas wreath. So I'm going to have Dina follow me, and I'm going to take you guys up front to the mantle area and show you what this looks like on each side of that mirror that we did. So we're going to go right up here to the front. I'm going to stand in this chair, but we're not going to tell anybody. So as you guys can see, we have taken that simple teardrop that was only $12.50, and we have added our ribbon, we've added our balls and our floral components, and we have transformed it into this beautiful teardrop that we have now hung on each side of our mirror. So I'm going to have Dina kind of back up and show you guys the transformation. From yesterday we had a blank canvas, and now we have got a beautifully decorated mantle that we have accented, guys. We have accented with these poinsettias and with this ribbon and with these finials. And then today we have created this beautiful 2.5 foot teardrop up here on the wall that goes on each side of our mirror. And before we sign off, I want to remind you tomorrow is our 3rd and final video in this series. And I'm going to show you guys how to create this beautiful designer wreath that we have hung here above our mantle on this mirror. So guys, make sure you join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I'm going to come to you from the Longview location and show you guys how we created this wreath. So if you joined us today, guys, I really appreciate it, and I thank you for watching. I had a great time. Thank you so much for your feedback, and I hope you guys join us again tomorrow at 10 a.m. And if you missed anything, these videos, the mantle garland and the one we did today, the swag, is going to be located on our Facebook page at Ellis Home and Garden. And guys, be sure to check us out online at ellishomeandgarden.com, sign up for our emails. And one more thing, I had questions yesterday about if we're going to post pictures of this final product done. I have a photographer coming today, so as soon as she gets those photos ready, I will post them on the Facebook page for you to enjoy. So everybody, thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.